We will solve one more problem on weighted average method. Please copy this problem by pausing the video. This is the question that you have taken down. Now we will solve this question, stock ledger account under weighted average method. Now every time when you prepare stock ledger account, these information are must. Can you see this? Stock ledger account, weighted average method, which method you are using, and then these three and these three. In total, six information you have to show before you start making the columns. And while making columns, please remember you are making these four important columns called date, receipts, issues, and balance. GR is goods requisition number. MR is material requisition number. Receipts is a column where you have received goods from the supplier and those goods are recorded here. That is why we call it as GR number, goods required number. And issues means you are issuing to the production house, and therefore from production house you are actually receiving material requisition, and therefore material requisition number is written here in the issues column. And now you need not get confused between GR number and MR number where to write. On January 1, from job card number 1, that is GR number 1, how many units? 500 units we have purchased at the rate 10. And in the amount column I have to multiply this. I can directly like write 5000, but still I am using the formula 5000, right? And as on that date we have not issued anything, I will put a dash, and then in the balance column I will write 500 units of rupees 10. What is the amount? 5000. I will use the formula 500 into 10. Done. Now on January 2 we have received 400 units at rupees 12. On January 2 we have received 400 units at rupees 12 from job card number 2. I will enter this from job card number 2, 400 units at rupees 12. This 12 into 400. We have not issued anything as on that date, and now the balance is this 500 into 10, that is 5000. I will just copy from above, and then I will enter the new column, new row, 400 units at rupees 12. 400 into 12, that is 4800, is the new balance as on 2nd January. Now what has happened next? On January 5th we have issued 250 units. We have not received anything. We have issued 250 units at rupees 10. But I am not going to write this 10 here. I am going to use the weights. How am I going to use the weights? 5000 and 4000, this is 9800, divide by this 900. I will tell you again, 5000 plus 4800, this is the total amount that we have divided by total number of units that we have. For your reference, I will write this formula here. Weighted price is equal to, in the next column I will write total balance divided by, this is not visible to you, fine, total balance divided by total units. Now this formula you have to use everywhere. Now that is what I am going to use. This is the total balance 9800 divided by 900. I will use the rate 9800 divided by 900. 10.89 is the price, weighted price for 250 units. If you understand this much, there is nothing difficult in this problem. Now how many units I have left with? I am left with these 900 units minus 250. 900 units earlier I had, out of those 250 units are given. Therefore I will write 900 minus 250. That is 650 units I am left with. What is the price? 10.89. I have already calculated it. I don't require to calculate it again. Now what is the balance? 9800 minus amount I did not calculate, I'm sorry. I will calculate now. 250 into 10.89. Have I got the answer? Yes. Can you see this here in the formula tab? 9800 minus Q11. This is Q11 tab. This is Q11 tab. I need not search anymore. Now this date is over. This is finished. Now every day, whenever you are completing the date, you have to put a double bar. You have to put a double bar at the bottom. So I will use that. Here double bar was not required. It was automatically taken when I copied it. Therefore, I will use all borders here. This double bar is applicable again. Fine. This is ready. We will go ahead. We will solve this problem. On January 8, we have received from job card number 3 200 units at rupees 13. Now what is the price? 200 into 13. Now we have not issued anything. I will write this 650 10.897078 again here. I have to write it again. 650 at 10.89 and this is 7089. Yes. And again 200 units I have received at rupees 13. 2600 is the balance that I have. Now I will go for the next. On Jan 15th we ha we have issued from job card number 1 250 units. And what is the price? I am going to calculate it again. How do I calculate the price? 7089 plus 2600 divided by 650 and 200. This is 850. Now 7089 and 260. I can use the formula directly here, but I will use the calculator for doing it faster. It is 9689 minus, not minus, divided by 850. Why 850? Total number of units. I have used the same formula here. So 11.40 is the weighted price that I am issuing. Now here I am going to calculate simply this 250 units into 11.40. 250 into 11.40. Now what is the balance that I am left with? This is 850 minus 250. 850 minus 250. I know the price is 11.40. I have already calculated it here. I need not calculate it again. Now what is the balance column I am left with? Equal to sum of these two. I will complete the bracket. minus this. I'm using as less as possible the cell references so that you need not get confused. As on June 18th, we have not received anything, but we have issued 250 units from job card number 3. Job card number 3, the price is 13, and the no, I'm sorry, price I have to again calculate. How do I calculate? 11.40. There is only one balance. Can you see? There is only one balance here, 11.40. So I need not calculate total of anything with this anything. So I'm directly using this 11.40. I'm directly using it here. 250 into 11.40. 2850. Yes, that is what I have got. Now what is the balance I'm left with? 600 minus 250. What is the price? 11.40. That is already available. Now 6,839. I'm sorry, I said I will not use many cell references. 6,839 minus 2,850. Right? This I'm going to use. Minus 2,850. I'm done. Now, as on Jan, what is the next information? After January 18th, it is Jan 22. So January 22, I have not received anything. Again, I'm going to issue 200 units from job card number 2. I'm going to issue what? 200 number of units. Price, I have to calculate it again. But can you see there is only one balance which is left as on the previous date, and that is what I'm going to use, 11.40. Now I will use the formula 11.40. Now how much I'm left with? 350 minus 200. Now what is the balance? The rate is same. I'm going to use 11.40. I'm sorry, equal to 150 into 11.40, 1710. As on Jan 25th, from job card number 2, we have issued 100 units. And what is the rate? 11.40. 100 into 11.40. 1140. 50 into 11.40. 570. Now, as on January 28, we have received 300 units at rupees 15. Now 300 into 15. We have not issued anything as on that date. I will write the same information that I have from previous date, 570. I don't want this fraction. Now this new stock, I'm going to write it here. That is 300 at rupees 15, and the amount is 4,500. Now as on January 30th, we have issued from fourth stock, from the MR number 4, we have issued 150 units. And what is the price? I will calculate using the formula. And how do you calculate formula? These two, you have to add these two divided by these two. So if you add these two, you will get 4500 plus 570, it is 5070 divided by 350. That is what you will get here, 5070, 5070 divided by 350. 14.49 is the price of that issue. And now here I'm going to use the formula, 150 into 14.49, 2174. Now what is the balance I'm left with? See this 350 minus 150, that is 200. 350 minus 150, 200 I'm left with. Now what is the price? 14.49 I have already calculated. Now what is the last balance that I'm left with? 200 into 14.49. See, 2898. This is the balance I am left with as on January 30. So this is the value. So when you write in the examination, you have to clearly show that value as on Jan 30 is equal to 200 units. Do not write price, just write 2898. I will use comma here, 2898. Done. So this is the balance that you are left with as on the last date. Let there be two stocks or more stocks. You only have to consider total amount divided by total number of units. You will get a value, and that value is the issue rate of issue for that stock. While purchasing, you are purchasing at the same price, and the same price must be shown in the balance column. Here you are not messing up, because you are receiving from supplier who is external to the organization. But while issuing, you are issuing to the production house which is internal to the organization. Therefore, internal price level changes are accepted. So while calculating weighted average rate or weighted average price, you have to use the formula. Formula is total amount divided by total number of units. That rate you are using while issuing only, and the same rate should be shown in the balance column. This is the only trick you should remember. Weighted average method is complete. Thank you for watching this video. Your comments are most valuable. Please comment. If you want more such problems, I will solve it in the Excel, or I will solve it on the whiteboard. Thank you.